Town kids, good morning. It's me, Rockstar Sarah, and I am so happy to be with you today. All summer long, you might remember, we are learning stories from the life of Jesus. These are the record-breaking stories, the greatest hits, you might even call them. Stories where Jesus did wonderful, incredible things, and people were amazed. Stories where Jesus changed lives and hearts. So many good things. Now, a few weeks ago, in our Old Town Kids classrooms, we learned a story about a wise man and a foolish man. Do you remember that? The wise man built his house on a rock, and the foolish man built his house on the sand. And we, in class, got to practice building our own houses out of, you guessed it, spaghetti and marshmallows. Now, I don't know about you, but a spaghetti and marshmallow house is probably not the strongest house I've ever seen. What do you think? And we talked a little bit about what it might be like to build a house that wouldn't last. Now today we're learning again about a foolish man and the building he's building. And this time we're learning a story that we're calling The Foolish Farmer. And in this story, a man, he's a farmer, okay, and so he grows crops on his farm, and he has a barn. And he wants to put all his stuff in the barn because he has too many crops. He can't keep them all, like there's not room. And he says, I'm gonna build a bigger barn to put all my stuff in. I'm gonna keep all those plants because if I don't have a place for my crops, then what happens to crops if they don't have a place to be stored? Well, they could get rained on, all kinds of things could happen, right? And so this man says, well, okay, I'm gonna build myself a really good barn so I can keep all my crops. But here's the thing about crops. Have you ever had food and you left it out for too long, or you didn't eat it soon enough? And what happened? It goes bad, right? Food doesn't last forever. Oh, I keep doing this part wrong. Food doesn't last forever. And God says, oh, you silly man. You can't just put all your stuff in a barn. It is not going to last forever in a barn. You're wasting your time trying to store up the wrong things. God says, you need to care about what I care about. Because if you keep storing stuff in your barn, it's a little like this house made of spaghetti and marshmallows. Is this going to last forever? No. It might not even last through the end of this message, right? God says, you need to not just store up what you care about, you need to store up what God cares about. And in this case, that means the things that matter to God. So how do we act like God? How do we love other people like God loves us? How do we be kind to other people? How do we spread God's love? How do we store up treasure that matters to God instead of trying to collect our own stuff, right? Because just like this house, it won't last. Okay, that's enough for me. I hope you'll check out this lesson. Kids, have a great time in your class today, and I will see you soon. Bye!